It's been such an insane weekend in the world of celebrity news. Jonah Hill has been cancelled after his ex-girlfriend leaked their private messages, Harry Styles got injured during his latest concert, and Jamie Foxx has finally been spotted in public after being hospitalized. So Jonah Hill has been exposed online by his ex-girlfriend, who claims that he was controlling and misogynistic. These events have collectively sparked outrage, mostly from other women who said they've had similar experiences in relationships. It all started on July 7th when Sarah Brady shared a series of Instagram stories detailing Jonah's behavior while they were together. She posted DMs and texts that she claims were sent to her when they were dating. She wrote, "Sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it ever could. This is a warning to all the girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Call me if you need an ear." So what was in these messages? Well, one of them appears to show him chastising her for posting photos of herself surfing in a bikini. When she did delete some of the photos, Jonah allegedly tells her that it's a good start, but that she still doesn't seem to get it. He wrote, "It's not my place to teach you. I've made my boundaries clear. You refuse to let go of some of them and you've made that clear, and I hope it makes you happy." In another screenshot, he explains what kind of behavior he feels is crossing his boundaries. This includes her surfing with other men, modeling, posting pictures of herself in a bathing suit, and having friendships with women who are in unstable places. Sarah also claimed that they were seeing a couples therapist who instructed her to paddle away from men while she was surfing and tell them that she was going to talk to her boyfriend, which of course sounds laughable considering that she does surfing professionally and there are always going to be other people in the water. This is where she feels that a lot of the misogyny comes in. She said, "I hope my ex has a daughter. Maybe she'll turn him into a real feminist, because the fact that he calls himself a feminist now is laughable." This news has inspired discourse about emotional manipulation within relationships and the weaponization of therapy language, considering the way that Jonah phrased his criticism was still very respectful, polite, and understanding. But some people feel that's part of the problem. One person tweeted, "Jonah Hill is a great example of that old saying, give a man some therapy and you heal him for a day. Teach a man therapy words and you feed his manipulation for a lifetime." Writer Jessica Valenti said, "I've seen folks' tweets that if Jonah Hill wanted a girlfriend who didn't post bathing suit pictures or have guy friends, then he shouldn't have dated a surfer. But here's the thing, controlling men don't want submissive women. They want to take strong women down a peg." There was also a video posted by TikTok creator Tefi Pessoa, who talked about the allegations. She said, "How are you going to tell a surfer to stop surfing when she was already surfing when you met her? The weaponizing of therapy is crazy, because you're using terminology you used in therapy to get someone to stop doing what they love. Those are not boundaries." On her Instagram stories, Sarah wrote, "I too struggle with mental health, but I do not use it to control people like he did to me. It's been a year of healing and growth with the help of loved ones and doctors to get back to me living life without guilt, shame, and self-judgment for things as small as surfing in a swimsuit rather than a more conservative wetsuit. And I'm sure there's still much more healing from this ahead of me." Jonah Hill and Sarah Brady made their red carpet debut in December of 2021, wearing matching blue suits and loafers at the premiere of Don't Look Up. They reportedly split sometime last year before Jonah moved on with his girlfriend Olivia Miller. The two of them recently welcomed their first child together, and he seems really happy now with everything that's going on in his life, which is why some people think that his ex-girlfriend is just bitter and trying to hurt him any way that she can, by coming through with all these screenshots more than a year after they broke up. There's also the argument that he wasn't saying anything wrong. He was simply drawing a line in the sand and letting her know what he expects from his partner. One person tweeted, "Kiki partner's baby daddy tried to set boundaries publicly and he's wrong. Jonah Hill tried to set his boundaries privately and he's wrong. How should men set boundaries, ladies? We're listening." So yeah, the situation was compared to what happened with Keke Palmer last week, when her partner and the father of her child, Darius Dalton Jackson, publicly shamed her on Twitter for wearing a sexy outfit to Usher's Las Vegas show. She was wearing a sheer black dress over a matching thong bodysuit, and she was being serenaded by him. Darius then called her out on the platform and wrote, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case." So how do these two situations compare? And is all this backlash warranted? Moving on, Harry Styles has just been injured during his concert. He was hit in the eye by a thrown object while performing in Vienna, Austria. This happened while he was walking across the stage between songs. A video of the incident was posted online, and you can see the moment that he gets hit with the object. He then bends over and covers his eyes with his hands and and winces in pain. Of course, this is not the first time that this kind of thing has happened to him. He was injured last year after a fan threw hard candy onto the stage. While performing Kiwi at the Kia Forum in LA, Harry was pelted with a shower of Skittles, some of which hit his eye. A video of the moment was shared on Twitter, and the footage shows multiple pieces of candy zooming across the stage before one single piece hits Harry directly in his left eye. In the clip, he immediately winces and holds his hand up to his eye while bowing his head towards the floor. As he then turns towards the camera, he is visibly squinting, and it seemed like he couldn't open his eye for the rest of the show. Following this incident, the official Skittles Instagram account released a statement saying, "Didn't think I needed to say this. Please don't throw Skittles." So even the candy company made it clear that you shouldn't be throwing things on stage, let alone at celebrities. Harry was later filmed driving himself home from the venue, where he appeared to be rubbing his injured eye. So obviously there was some real damage done. Harry became the latest victim in what now seems to be a trend. More and more concert goers have been throwing random objects at performers, most likely hoping to create a viral moment and get some attention on social media. In fact, it seems like concert etiquette has pretty much gone completely out the window. Artists like BB Rexa, Pink, Drake, Kid Cudi, Steve Lacy, Kelsey Ballerini, and Ava Max have all recently been victimized. Less than 24 hours after BB Rexa was hit in the face by a fan who tossed a cell phone at her during her show, Ava Max was then slapped by a random man during her concert. A video from the incident went viral on Twitter, and it shows a man dressed in black storming the stage. He then reaches out in what looks like an attempt to touch Ava before getting wrapped up by security and hauled away, though he does manage to brush her face with his hand. A few hours later, the singer took to Twitter and revealed the extent of her injuries. She wrote, "He slapped me so hard that he scratched the inside of my eye. He's never coming to a show again." As for BB, she has since recovered from the attack, but it's pretty clear that it's changed the way that she's going to go about performing. At her latest show in Los Angeles, she chose to play it safe by wearing protective eyewear. She pulled up to the concert with blue-tinted safety goggles that sent a very clear message that she was no longer going to be dealing with any of these attacks. And in response to the recent incidents, Adele also let fans know that she will not be the next one to get injured. During her Las Vegas residency, she called out the alarming trend that's been disrupting several shows over the last few weeks. She said, "Have you noticed how people are like forgetting effing show etiquette at the moment? People just throw stuff on stage. Have you seen them?" At this point, she starts threatening the audience and says, "I effing dare you. I dare you to throw something at me, I'll effing kill you." She then shoots a t-shirt into the crowd and tells everyone to stop throwing things at the artist when you can shoot things to people. The whole thing with Adele was actually really funny, but the question still remains. Why are musicians being attacked at their own shows? And if this kind of behavior continues, how will it affect live performances in the future? Eventually something has to give, because performers are not going to go up on stage if they know someone's just going to throw an object right in their face. And now, did you know that Jamie Foxx has finally been spotted in public? Yeah, this Sunday TMZ published footage of him waving on board a boat that was traveling the Chicago River, which clearly shows him looking very well and happy after getting out of the hospital. A source close to his family confirmed that he is feeling better these days and said that Jamie is doing great. Quote, "He's just taking it easy. He's not really having any visitors or anything like that yet, but he's doing really well." On Sunday evening, the actor posted his first tweet in months. He wrote, "Boat life," and said that he was celebrating summer with his whiskey brand Brown Sugar Bourbon. This news comes as a big relief to fans considering all the chaos and uncertainty of the last few months. Jamie was hospitalized on April 12th after a serious medical complication. At the time, he was in Atlanta filming his upcoming Netflix movie Back in Action. His daughter Corinne then took to Instagram to update fans on her father's condition. She wrote, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on the way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers. The family asks for privacy during this time." What followed was a ton of speculation surrounding his health condition, with some people assuming the absolute worst. One source that spoke to Radar Online said Jamie suffered a serious medical episode and needed immediate attention. It was touch and go for days with him, and he had to be revived and is lucky to be alive. He's very lucky he got the treatment that he did. Jamie suffers from high blood pressure, which doctors say caused clots in the brain leading to a stroke. Doctors believe this was a long time coming, and really, if they hadn't acted fast, Jamie might as well have been a goner. These rumors got so crazy that at one point, it was alleged that his medical condition was a lot worse than anyone realized. Journalist AJ Benza went on Dr. Drew Pinsky's online talk show Ask Dr. Drew and said that he spoke to a source who was actually in the room with Jamie and said that they had first-hand knowledge of his condition. Benza claimed that a blood clot in the brain caused the actor to be partially paralyzed and blind, which of course sent the rumor mill spiraling, even though there was no real confirmation of this news in the first place, and nothing substantial has come out to back up the claims. And a few weeks ago, some reports claimed that his health had deteriorated to the point where his family was preparing for the worst. Since then, his daughter Corinne has done everything she can to try to shut down all these wild stories. She said, "Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks, recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. We have an exciting work announcement coming next week too." 2 weeks ago, Nick Cannon spoke to Entertainment Tonight and said that Jamie is awake and alert. Quote, "I know he's doing so much better because I'm actually about to do something special for him and doing him a favor. I can't really say what it is, but it'll be out there soon. I was reluctant to go all the way there and even talk about it, but he gave me the blessing. So it's a beautiful thing." Jamie Foxx had been hosting the hugely popular Beat Shazam music lyric game show on Fox, which was going into production just days after he was hospitalized. Meanwhile, the filming for his movie Back in Action is still ongoing, but for the time being, he's being replaced with a stunt and body double who's been filling in. Though now that he is back in action himself, hopefully he'll be able to slip back into his work without any issues. Let me know what you guys think about this story, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.